Did you know that you can make a person feel amazing just by the way you ask a question? If you watched my last video, you'll know that we talked about the word why and how it can make people feel defensive automatically. We use what instead to create a more collaborative environment. And that brings us to today's video, how questions. How questions are great because they do many things. One of them is they encourage autonomy, which means how questions can help a person work more on their own. They also promote critical thinking. If you ask a person how to do something, it promotes them to think about finding a solution. When a person is invested in a solution, it increases engagement. How questions are great for this. How questions also reduce resistance to change. If a person is invested in the outcome, they are much more likely to support it. And we can get people invested in outcomes by asking how questions. Let me give you some examples. In the last video, we talked about using what questions instead of why. For example, what motivated you to do this? What prevented you from doing something? Instead of why do you think that, we can say, how did you come to that conclusion? But let's consider somebody came to you with a problem and they want your help on solving that problem. Now, if we're being realistic, most people have already thought about ways to solve a problem before they ask someone for help. So one way that you, as a leader, can help that person feel better about themselves, work autonomously, be more invested in the solution, and to feel valued, to feel amazing about themselves, is to ask them a how question. How would you solve it? How do you think we should proceed? How can we make this better? These questions show that you value the other person's input. And when somebody feels that their input is valued, they feel great. So, asking a how question is much better than asking a why question. For example, why is this broken, or why did you come to me, or why aren't we doing this? We can ask, how would you solve this problem? How do you think we can make this better? If you want to read more about this subject, check out my book, Lessons for a Billionaire. This is in chapter 3. It's available on Amazon and at lessonsforabillionaire.com.